The first driver move of silly season 2026 has finally been announced very late in the year. We're already in August. Connor Zilisch moving into the Trackhouse number 99 in place of Daniel Suárez. In this video, we're going to go over Daniel Suárez's time with Trackhouse Racing in the next-gen car, comparing him to his teammates in that time frame, and then we're going to talk a little bit about Connor Zilisch's background, where he is right now, and what we can expect from him in the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series season. Alright, 2022, the first year of the next-gen car, the first year Daniel Suárez had a teammate at Trackhouse Racing, that was Ross Chastain in the one car. Career year for Daniel Suárez. 1 win, 6 top 5s, 13 top 10s. Average start and average finish both around 15th position, leading 280 laps. Suárez finished the season top 10 in points and 10th, made the playoffs with a round of 12 exit after winning his first career race at Sonoma. He was 13th in points with 627 at the time of the reset, actually ended up 12th in the season-long points at 892. Looking at more of the loop data, he had a 15.8 average running position throughout the season. 51.9% of his laps were spent inside of the top 15. His average driver rating across the season, 77.2. NASCAR loves Game 7 moments, so let's put these guys in a 7-category breakdown of their teammate battle in 2022. Chastain doubling up Daniel Suárez in the top car category here, 24 for Chastain, just 12 for Suárez. Also doubling him up in wins, 2-1. Chastain almost tripling Suárez in top 5s, 15 versus 6, and beating him in top 10s, breaking the 20 mark with 21 on the season. Chastain leading about 400 laps more than Suárez, his average finish 3 positions better, and he finished second in points, of course, after making it to the Final Four, a 7-0 beatdown by Ross Chastain. Suárez regressing in every single category on this list looking at 2023, didn't manage to win a race this year, just 3 top 5s and 10 top 10s. Both his average start and average finish dropping a few positions, didn't even lead 50 laps this season, only being in front for 48 markers in 2023. He ended up 19th in points, missing the playoffs. His average running position dropped. He went under 50% of laps in the top 15, and his driver rating dropping below the 70 mark at 69.8. Suárez gaining 1 point in the top car battle, only losing 23-13 this year, but that's it. 2 wins for Chastain and 10 top 5s, so making it to double digits there. The one car leading a similar amount of laps in 2023 that it did in 2022. Average finish about 4 positions better for Chastain, 10 positions better in the points, another 7-0 beat down by Ross Chastain, 14-0 across their 2 seasons together at Trackhouse. Suárez's underlying numbers got even worse in 2024, but he bailed himself out this year with his win at Atlanta early on in the season, that photo finish. Thanks to that, he had 1 win, 4 top 5s, so 1 more top 5 than last year, but didn't even break double digits in top 10s, just 9 on the season. Average start dropping below 20, 17.9 average finish, but he did lead a bit more laps this year, 209 on the season. Suárez ending the season 12th in points thanks to his win making the playoffs. He did have a round of 12 exit. He was 18th in points at the time of the playoff reset with 547. 4 drivers above him in the points missed the playoffs. Chris Buescher, Bubba Wallace, his teammate Ross Chastain, and Kyle Busch. Chastain had 663 points in the regular season here, so over 100 points more than Daniel Suárez, but he missed the playoffs due to not having a win. In the season-long points format, he would have finished 16th with 769 points, still about 100 behind Ross Chastain, who had 853. His average running position also dropping below 20 at 20.4, only 35% of laps run in the top 15, his driver rating dropping another 5 points to 64.6. Chastain gaining on Daniel Suárez in the top car battle, beating him 25-11 this year. There was a point in this season where Chastain was up 17-2. These guys tied in wins though, 1 win each, Chastain winning a race, but it was after the playoffs began, that's why he did not make the playoffs. Chastain 2 more top 5s with 6, but 5 more top 10s with 14. Led about 100 more laps, 3 positions better with his average finish, but he did lose to him in the category of points, 19th for Ross Chastain, 12th for Daniel Suárez. This one 5-1 due to the fact they tied in the wins, so Suárez at least getting on the board here. And in 2025 through 23 races, things have gotten even worse. Daniel Suárez dropping in these categories once again, just 1 top 5 on the season, 3 top 10s, his average start and average finish both below 22, has only led 20 laps this year, currently sits 31st in points. Really disastrous season for the 99 car thus far. 22.1 average running position, only 27.5% of the laps run in the top 15. His average driver rating has dropped below 60. Suarez has regressed every single year since 2022. Was a career year the first year of the next-gen car, has steadily declined in all these categories since then. Not too surprising that Trackhouse Racing is looking to make a change after looking at all these numbers. The teammate battle gets expanded a little bit this more. Of course, Trackhouse Racing expanding to the third car this year, the number 88 of Shane Van Gisbergen. Through 23 races, Ross Chastain up 11, 6-2-6 in the top car battle. Shane Van Gisbergen, though, leading the wins category, 3 wins on the season, all at road courses. Ross Chastain, 1 win on the year, of course, winning the Coca-Cola 600. Chastain and Shane Van Gisbergen tied with 3 top 5s on the season. Chastain leading in top 10s, though, 9 more than SVG and Daniel Suárez combined. Thanks to the road courses, Shane Van Gisbergen leading the category here with laps led 208, 62 for Ross Chastain, of course just the 20 for Daniel Suárez. Chastain with the best average finish by about 5 positions here, a 16.4. Daniel Suárez slightly ahead of Shane Van Gisbergen though by half a position, 22.0 to 22.5. And then you look at the points, Ross Chastain currently in 14th, SVG 25th, Daniel Suárez 31st. So even without the oval experience, I know SVG's been able to bank the points at the road courses. Suarez quite a ways behind him in the driver points, 4-2 to nothing here in these categories, Chastain with 4. All right, now the guy that we want to talk about here, Connor Zilisch, in his 2025 rookie season in the NASCAR Xfinity Series through 21 races, 5 wins, 11 top 5s, and 13 top 10s. His average start and average finish both below 10, 9.9 on the average finish. He's led almost 500 laps. Currently in the points lead, he has run 1 less race than the other competitors in this season after missing Texas, but he is tied with Justin Allgaier for the points lead. Average running position, 8.1, has spent 83% of the laps in the top 15, 110.2 average driver finish. Zilich has been lights out in 2025. But the thing I really want to highlight is his 10 results since his Talladega crash and missing Texas. You would think that could be a tough thing for a young driver. Missing a race, he saw Kyle Larson jump in his car and win at Texas. What has he done in the 10 races since then? Well, he hasn't finished outside of the top 5. 4 wins in those 10 races as well, winning a few oval races, Pocono, Dover, and Indianapolis, as well as Sonoma. He won earlier in the season at Circuit of the Americas for his 5 wins on the year. Been absolutely insane since he came back, been running up front everywhere they've gone. 88 car has to be one of the championship favorites at this point in the season. Let's look at the teammate battle with Junior Motorsports here. 4 drivers this season, 2 rookies, Kvapil and Connor Zilisch. In the top car battle, Connor Zilisch narrowly leading this one, 9-8 over Justin Allgaier. Zilisch leading in the win categories with 5. Next closest is Justin Allgaier with 3. Tied in top 5s and top 10s with Justin Allgaier, but of course Connor Zilisch running 1 less race this year, so I've given him both of those categories. Allgaier has led more laps than him this year though. Zilich, of course, currently the points leader ahead of Justin Allgaier in this category. He leads the teammate battle at Junior Motorsports over Justin Allgaier. Sammy Smith and Carson Kvapil, both with 0 on the season. Alright, I also wanted to go over a little bit of Zilich's history, how he got to this point. These are some of the boards that I had in my Cup debut video for Connor Zilisch, so you might have already seen some of these. I do apologize. Lights out in his limited ARCA Menards Series starts. 5 wins across 9 races. The other 3 results were all seconds. 26th place run at Bristol, he crashed out of that race after winning the pole. Very quickly showed his skill in the ARCA Menards Series and started working his way up the ladder into the NASCAR ranks. He ran 6 Truck Series races in 2024, only 1 top 5 though at Circuit of the Americas. He did also win the pole there and at Bristol, so 2 poles in those 6 races. Middle of the pack results everywhere else though. More of his success in 2024 came in the NASCAR Xfinity Series though. He ran 4 races for Junior Motorsports. 3 top 5s, a worst finish of 12th, and how can we forget, winning in his Xfinity Series debut at Watkins Glen. Zilich became the 2nd youngest winner in NASCAR Xfinity Series history, just about a month older than Joey Logano when he won back in 2008. Younger than both Chase Elliott and Ty Gibbs, though, when they won their first races. Sammy Smith and Casey Atwood, also on the graphic, as 18-year-old winners in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Zilich became just the 7th driver to win in his NASCAR Xfinity Series debut, but he was only the 2nd driver to have done so without previously having Cup experience, joining Ty Gibbs at the Daytona Road Course from 2021. Kurt Busch, Terry Labonte, Ricky Rudd, Joe Ruttman, and of course Dale Earnhardt Sr., all winning in their Xfinity Series debuts as well, with the Cup experience of course. Connor Zilisch has made 3 Cup Series starts up to this point in the season, 37th place at Circuit of the Americas, getting the last car finish there after braking early. 23rd at the Coca-Cola 600, only 2 laps down, so around almost all 600 miles there, and just outside of the top 10 at Atlanta, finishing in 11th. Good diversity of tracks there. Zilich, of course, making his 4th NASCAR Cup Series start this year for Trackhouse Racing in the number 87 car at Watkins Glen, his 2nd road course running of the season. So going into his rookie season in the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series, what do I think Connor Zilisch should accomplish? First off, points, I think he should finish top 25 in points. I think he's going to be in that 20 to 25 range. We've seen Shane Van Gisbergen start to develop some speed on the ovals. It takes a little bit of time in this next-gen car. I think Zilich should totally be able to match the speed on the intermediates that the 88 car has had, putting him around 25th in points. For his stats, I'm going to say he's going to have 3 top 5s and 8 top 10s. I don't see him winning a race. I think that's kind of unfair expectation to put on him. I know Shane Van Gisbergen has done that this season. Van Gisbergen also much more experienced, much older, had experience in the supercars in Australia that correlate to the next-gen car. I think it's a little unfair to expect the 99 car to win a race next year. You got to think even the guys that we consider the best in the field right now, like Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott, it took them 2.5 years to win. It takes a long time to win. Ty Gibbs ripped up the Xfinity Series, still looking for his first win. I think it's unfair to put the expectation of the 99 car winning next year onto him. I think he'll grab a couple top 5s, run pretty good at some road courses, get a few top 10s on ovals. His average finish will probably float around 20th as well. I think it would be big for the 99 car to get a stage win next year. I think that's also totally possible for him to do at a road course. We've seen him mix it up with guys like Kyle Larson and Shane Van Gisbergen in the Xfinity Series on road courses. Again, completely different car when you get to the Cup level. Unsure if he'll be able to beat them over the course of a whole race. Can totally see him winning a stage. And of course, last but not least, he's got to be the favorite for Rookie of the Year. I mean, he's the only guy announced for it thus far. I don't like the term that everyone puts like generational prospect, like that's such a thing of trying to copy other sports, but the numbers are showing that he's very special and he has a lot of talent. Definitely going to want to have the Rookie of the Year honor on his resume. Kind of wanted to talk about what I think Daniel Suárez's 2026 options are. If my math is correct, there are about 8 charters being held up in courts right now, the 6 from 2311 and Front Row Motorsports, and then of course the Legacy Motor Club Rick Ware Racing lawsuit. There are a lot of cars and teams that could or could not exist next year. I think that's why there's been such a delay on the driver market this year. So it's hard to really tell what Daniel Suárez's options are at the Cup Series level. But what I think makes the most sense for Daniel Suárez, drop back down to the NASCAR Xfinity Series with Junior Motorsports. You saw that race at Mexico where he won. That was a big win for him. Daniel Suárez, of course, an Xfinity Series champion back in 2016. Look, Suárez is 33. He's been in the Cup Series for almost 10 years. You know what you're going to get with him. I just can't see some of these teams passing up on some of the younger talent that's sitting in the pipelines right now to bring Daniel Suárez in. I think the best bet for him is the Justin Allgaier, Elliott Sadler route. You know, like Elliott Sadler, he's won some races in the Cup Series. Go down and be a championship contender in the Xfinity Series. I think that makes the most sense at this point in Daniel Suárez's career. Of course, he's already been with some top teams. He was with Joe Gibbs Racing. He did have a stint with Haas Racing just for one season. So he's been with top teams as well, has not performed to the level that needs to stay at those teams. I think the best option for him is to drop to the Xfinity Series. What do you guys think Connor Zilisch is going to be able to accomplish next year? Drop it in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching.